Okay, and we are back. We're going to open up here Wahan the Wheeler. He's an artisan who is influential. We're going to go ahead and talk to him. And one of the nice things is they've added something that used to be only modded, which is you can just talk to them directly. Saves a lot of time. Some merchant this is wearing the fancy mail armor here. It's going to be hot in the sun just in town. Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger? I am Uthal. He's a craftsman. I'd like to speak with him. He has a problem. Can't sell his product at a fair price, and it's at a fixed rate. And he wants me to take a cow to Ortisia. It's on the shore of the sea. We can head up that way. And so I'll take them to the tanner myself because I don't have enough followers. And that's cattle. That'll be easy enough to do. Famous last words. And Kilam the oil presser. Complaining that the laws require that only merchants resident in the city can buy goods directly from the artisans. Hand over the contraband, and I'm not giving him anything. And now I have a criminal rating. And he no longer likes us, which may not be the best, but you know what? You're a jerk. I'm going to buy you out. I'll end up teaching them a lesson. One thing I have noticed as well is that the towns are coming a lot more to life. There's just generally a few more people around, things like that, which is nice. And so let's do a little bit of trade, perhaps. We have our 6 cows, lucky yes. And horses are a really good price here. Not sure about the desert horses anymore, but for mules and sumpter horses. So we're going to pick up 5 of each. And I need some food. This is a good price on olives. And I'll buy some fish, and this is going to be... I can't buy as many. I'm going to take 1 less of each pack animal. Give us some coin to spare. We're going to start out our first real trade is going to be in animals. And I'm going to try to recruit a couple of recruits to be our handlers. And with that, we are off. And it is a nice short trip right across the marshy area here. And we have some looters who want to fight us. They outnumber us 2 to 1. I'll probably regret this. Have to restart. But let's see what we can do. Because they have not met a warrior like me before. One thing you'll notice here from the crosshairs is that archery works a little bit differently than it did before. There's kind of this opening hold period while you're pulling out your bow, or I should say knocking your arrow. That's a little bit different. And as you can tell, it has been a while since I have played. There we go, got a good hit in. And so much for my having some stable hands. That's Bannerlord when you're paying a little bit too much attention to the recording and not enough to getting jumped by looters. But the good thing is some of them took some damage, and so hopefully I can drop them before I run out of arrows. It's a good thing I trained in the Scouts, so I know how to ride a horse. And use a little bit of a bow here. First one down. Second one down. Oh, ow, the rocks, they hurt. Wow, if I was really bleeding that much from a couple of rocks, I would not be on the field anymore. It's not very nice of them. Eat some arrows. Wow, there's one who's just a legend with a stone, and then the other one who just launches it way over my head. As usual, the looters with rocks are the dangerous ones. Another one down. Ooh, that was a nice little headshot. Okay, might be able to pull this off. This is not the most glorious first encounter, but boy is it a tale that we'll tell in the tavern next to the market if we make it back home. That would have to hurt. Arrow in the chest, and they're still coming after me. They must really want those cows. There we go. Now we can all watch how incompetent I am with melee weapons. Teach you to try to steal my horses. Kill my poor men. They were just fresh out of the tavern. They had a spear and nothing else to their names. But I will make these looters pay. That was embarrassing. Of course, I've never really handled much of a weapon in my life other than a short stint with the guards, so perhaps forgivable. And we have survived to fight another day. And killed 7, took 2 prisoner, and hey, 2 of my people lived. Gained 10 skill in the bow, 3 in medicine, 13 with one-handed, and 21 points on horseback riding. We'll take our 2 prisoners. One of them can be promoted. I really love getting the Mameluke cavalry. They do require horses, but getting some cavalry early on is always handy, especially because if we look down the tribesman route, I really like this troop tree overall. You get really good archers, you get pretty adaptable heavy infantry, you get these great heavily armored, shielded, sword-wielding bow cavalry, and that you get two-handed axe and heavy armor with throwing axes. Like to get into these master archers, but the problem is you don't get archers until you're tier 4. So they're a little bit slower than factions like the Empire or some of the others, but they really make up for it with this cavalry line. So we're going to take some of our gear and upgrade you to a Mamluk soldier, and they get these nice big oval shields now. We've got our little helmet, some leather, they get a spear, and they also get a Southern Militia mace, which will be nice if we run into some armor. So kind of a nice, good, well-shielded, adaptable unit. We'll pay a little bit of coin for that. And they had a little bit of food, they had a hood, and we'll slap on some arm wraps, make ourselves look classy, and then a little bit of loot out of that. So, you know what? That was well worth it. And we have a focus point. For riding, I can either do charge damage, 20% for us and then 10% for our formation, or we can increase our maneuver by 10% and plus 30 riding skill. I'm going to go with the riding skill because I really like the horse archers. It just makes all of our cavalry that much more nimble. And that's also going to be handy when we get our noble line, which is javelin and spear-armed cavalry. It'll make them more agile. I'm going to hang on to the focus point because I still have some room for my weapons. I honestly don't know what melee weapon I'm going to go with, so I'm just going to save the point, and I've got room in all of my other skills for now. One other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my role to being the scout, because I would like to pick up some scouting as we go along. And one of my soldiers has recovered. We are crawling because our herd is so long. I should have picked up a couple more people. My party. The looters want to join us. I'm going to accept just for now. I will get rid of the looter. Imperials are fine. We can always pick them up, but mostly because it's going to help a little bit with that herd speed. Even though I said we were taking the cattle, I totally spaced out on the fact we were taking the cattle, so we have many more horses. Now that we're up to 5 of us, we've lost our herd penalty. It's down to only minus 2.6 speed, so we are significantly faster. But we are going to stop by the town of Lycia and see what Timian has to say. The art of the trade. Weight of word. They have salt. They can no longer make a profit. They want to put a caravan. They are selling salt. But I do not yet have enough coin. Oh. We have to sell it first. Well, that'll be good. So we need to get about 40 coin. I doubt this will be of any benefit, but being friendly with some of the local villages will come in handy down the road if by chance we end up becoming Lord of Artesia. That would be kind of a weird thing. I wouldn't expect it. And Quicksilver Pecarios. I believe he's the one that we need to... Nope. Who do these cattle have to go to? Fanis the Tanner. I wish it gave a little pop-up so that we could talk to them and know that's who we have to give it to. Easy enough. I don't know you. I suppose you should tell me your name. I am Uthal, and I come bearing cattle. You can usually sell a handful, but I want to play this relatively honest. This was the... comes from a merchant in the town I grew up in. And we're going to get 650 coins out of this. So there we go. We gain some more charm. Oil presser hates us even more. I'm just going to buy him and kick him out of town at some point. And there's no practice fight. And let's see how we're doing on trading. So salt is not selling for a good price. At 36, we'd barely break even back home. But the good news is the pack animals we bought are going to sell for good coin. We paid about 90 each. They're selling for over 130 here. So we're going to sell 3 mules. Sell all the mules. We need to get some good starting money, so we're going to get 616 coins. And one thing I do want to buy is a shield. Always handy to get some protection. Nothing but the finest quality timbers with a gap for us. We'll get better down the road. Not really going to invest in the clothing here. I'll try to keep on style. But we can sell that off. No need to carry a bunch of random farmer's tools with us. And let's see if there's any other goods that we can make some money on. So, grapes we can make a little bit of money on. Our olives we can sell for a good price here. And meat will sell for a good price back home, so we'll buy some of that. And, wow, clay's really selling well. And so we'll pick up a little bit more of that. According, we can sell at almost 70, so we're just going to do this trade here, and we're just going to work our way right back on home. We've got a nice short little trade route right here. Let's see what they need at the town here. Train troops. We'll see what we need. It's not saying what level they need them trained them to, so I'm just going to leave that be. Every once in a while you have to train folks to a pretty high level, and especially being trade focused early on, I want just enough to keep the bandits away. We will stop by him, and I'm just going to pay him the money. Okay, weird, I can't pay him until after I've sold it. So, we're going to have to find a place to pawn off all that salt for some good coin. And you can see down here people being lost. That is them fully dying. A lot more character churn, which I think is actually good. I think it'll make the game more exciting as we go along. I'm not going to do any more of the underworld quests for now. As you can see, all the cheap horses have sold. So it's good that we made money while we could. Fish will sell well at Artesia. So the meat and clay are not selling nearly as well as what we paid them for, but the salt will sell. It's going to sell all of it. We'll make a little bit of money on the meat because we paid about 30 for it. Forget what we bought the clay for, but I'll just dump that. And so it looks like flax should sell okay. And I'm just looking through our other potential trade options. The beer should sell, but there's not many available. I'll try selling the linen. We might be able to make some money there. And we've got a little bit of food. Somebody cleared out all the olives here. Good for them. And I'll recruit one more. We're still moving quickly. Cavalry, because I'm riding. So decent enough speed with a small group. And we will stop by the town here and let them know that hopefully we made some money. If not, I will just be sad. And we pay him. Not sure if I made money. Probably got close to breaking even. But we got some renown. Ooh, we've got a new point in charm. So we can either get a 10% chance to gain +2 relation, or we can further reduce our barter penalty. Bartering is when you try to negotiate between different characters. I don't have a strong opinion. There is a little bit more use to bartering if you get caught out every once in a while or you're trying to sell something really fancy. So we'll pick up diplomacy. And I'm just checking all of my skills have a little bit of headroom, so we are good to go there. And back to town. Escort a caravan, poachers, rival gang. We don't want to do any of those. And so we can sell the fish. We'll sell a couple. I'll sell all the olives because we've got a good price. And we got the linen. We won't make much money, but a little bit. And I'm going to hang on to the flax because I think we can do better. Grain is okay. I'm not hugely impressed with a lot of these prices. I lost my short selling the clay there. The trade rumors lied to me. I'm just going to pick up some units of grain. 9's not the best price, not the worst price. I'll make some money on the fish, and I'll buy another couple grips of grain. We might be able to get 12 or 13. It'll at least pay the bills, and so we're making some more money. We have ourselves a nice little trade business going on, but now we need to adventure further into the wilderness. And let us try Vlandian territory. Maybe we can find ourselves a tournament to do, get a little bit more combat in here. They need tools here. Okay, let's see what they want. I'm in Curia and I've lived here my whole life. They need to speak for them. Sickness passed through and they couldn't get much work done, but now they don't have tools. 2 units of tools. They would give me 2 saddle horse for 2 tools. That is going to happen. Change in plans. We're going back to Artesia. As you've seen, the price of horses has gone up considerably. So getting 2 saddle horses is a great deal. So we're going to pay 186 for these tools. A saddle horse is worth 353 coin, and we are getting 2 of those. Plus they'll let our folks get mounted, which means we're also going to move over the map a bit more quickly. This is a great deal for everybody. I'm going to drop in a quick save, and let's hunt some bandits before we do our tools. Priorities. Get some of our folks trained up. I'll kick out the looters pretty soon. Let's get up here where we can see. I don't want to have to shoot through the trees. Okay, up here, lads. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm a merchant. I've got a bow and an arrow, and I have killed a number of people. I am still not great with this bow. Ha! I got one. I know it's horrible of me. I'm going to sacrifice my men, let them take the hits. Oh my goodness, how tough is this guy? He's got like, what, 4 arrows in him? Can't get a clear shot. And 3 of our folks have survived. None of them died. They're only injured. What doesn't kill them will make them stronger. And we killed 3, captured 3 looters. We'll take them prisoner. We'll upgrade another soldier. We'll call them caravan guards. And we will go back to town here, being highly successful. Look at us protecting the trade routes. And hello, sir. Here are your tools. You were so lazy you couldn't walk over to town, but hey, that worked out to our advantage. And a saddle horse is significantly better than what we have been riding. I'll swap that out. We gain an extra sumpter horse, and look at my pretty horse in the background. Look at us out here. We're just making friends, meeting nice people. Let's find out what else is going on in the world. We're going to head off to Charis. Nope, we'll stop by here. Nope. Okay, we have evaded that group of looters. They are more than I want to take on. And nope. Keep you. Get rid of you. Until we get a certain perk, we cannot train the looters up any higher. It's just not worth the time and effort to keep them, having them sucking away my paycheck. Need to deliver a herd to Galend. That's good. And they need grain seeds. I will talk to him because we have grain. The harvest has been poor. Rats have been eating their food. They need 35 bushels and they'll pay me 1,000 denars. We're building up goodwill. And Whoops, I meant to click talk on her. But at least we start right in front. Landowner. And she wants 10 saddle horse delivered. And they will pay us 10 coin for it. Or 400 coin, 10 coin. Good enough deal. So we need to pick up a lot more grain. We have 31, so we actually have almost enough to give it to them, but then we'd be starving. So let us see what they have here to trade. Horses are really cheap here, but grain is very valuable. I will sell the flax because we'll make a little bit of money, and olives are a good price, but generally things are quite pricey here. Can sell a little bit of wine for some money. So grain might be good to take from the coastal region and import here, because wow, is that selling for a lot of money. So I think we're going to do a little trade route out of that. I'm going to sell off almost all this, and we'll look to pick up about 50 grain. But horses are a really good price here. We can make money selling horses, as we've seen earlier. We'll pick up some mules. We're probably going to be really slow, but that is a-okay because we're going to make some money doing this. And we can join the tournament, our first tournament fight. As you've seen, my combat skills are a little bit rusty. This will either go gloriously or horribly. We would have a chance to get a nice helmet. Really lightweight, good armor for this, so that would actually be a good prize to pick up. And they've seen fit to give me a crossbow. Hey, we hit him. Go us. Ow, that hurt. That wasn't nice. Just standing here shooting people with my crossbow, and they're taking offense at that fact. That wasn't nice. He just speared him. Another one down. Uh-oh. I am the only person left on my team. Yes, go chase after him. While I put a crossbow bolt in your chest. Uh-oh. Just ignore me. Nobody here. Nobody here. Ignore the man in red. Yes, go pick on them. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that our team makes it on. I really wish they would make spears better in this. As it is, they are kind of useless. Because they just strike too slowly. Oh, look at us. Champion of the round. One of the things I love about tournaments, it lets you just pick up some miscellaneous skills. In this fight, hoping to pick off a Morcon, so we'll try to target green first if we can. Perfect. And I am way better with the crossbow than this dude is. Oh, Grand Champion. The nobility is a lot less overpowered than they used to be, but they can still be a challenge. Which is why I'm glad that we were able to knock them out early. And let's see if I can own this militia guy. Ooh, sword to the face. 2 hits to the head. I kind of wish they made this a little bit harder, because that's kind of a joke. But I'm probably going to get taken out in 1 hit here, because my armor is rubbish. And I am rubbish at blocking. Oh, The good old merchant running away trick. And just like that, we are champion of our first tournament. Go us. Aserai power. And just like that, I'm going to plop on my shiny new helm. Totally goes with my outfit. But it's a really great piece of early on armor when your stamina is garbage because it only weighs 1.5. So it just helps prevent against some of those early headshots early on. And I kind of want to tie off our quest here. So we're going to go back to Ortisia, and we are slow as snot again. Just because our herd is enormous. We're going to go here and pick up some troops just to get us over the hurdle of our slow speed. So now our herd penalty's down. I should have sold the prisoners. But I really want to pick up that cheap grain and complete that quest of getting the seed for them. We're a man of the common people. And so helping out the common people doing some of these quests I think is quite in character. I need to train off those looters. Have no problem executing or selling off into slavery these bandits. We're never going to be able to chase them down. They're just way too fast. I do want to keep a largely Aserai crew, but I also think as a merchant we're going to pick up various folks in our travels who are interested in protecting the trade routes. So I am a-okay with having kind of a motley crew. We'll sell a couple of these sumpter horses because we're making some good money there. And we will be able to sell the olives for some nice money. Clothing is going for a good price, and we are going to load up on grain. I'm actually going to take a complete compliment here. Because when it's selling for that good of a price, let's make some money. I can't afford it all. There is a... Well, if I sell my horses, I can't exactly carry enough grain. But we just don't have enough money on hand unless I drop it down. So we're carrying almost a full complement, as much grain as we can load into our saddlebags and put on the back of these folks. Ransom our prisoners, and we are good to go on our way back to Charis and the friendly village of Savinth. And again, now that we're lightly loaded, still have way too many pack animals, but that's okay. Oh dear goodness. I don't think we can win this, but maybe I can spread them out enough that we will survive. This is where I really wish we were a faction with archers. So if we had a couple of archers, this would not be a problem at all. But this is going to be a little bit challenging, and I'm probably going to get ripped apart by rocks. Just run them over with my horse. This is going really badly. Sorry while I'm quiet. They killed off most of our force. I guess I'm getting medicine. Plenty of dissected bodies to pick apart there. Okay, another one down. We're pretty well injured, as is our horse, which is going to make this more challenging, especially given the number of rocks they're throwing my way. And I really need every arrow to count. There we go, another looter down. Oh no, I forgot there was a rock behind me. That was close. That could have hurt. Can't believe these people are swinging clubs at me when all I'm trying to do is fill them full of arrows. How rude of them. But if we can make our arrows really count, they may lose morale. Or at least I might be able to get them spread out enough where I can try taking them on with my sword. Headshot there was really nice. Oops, that was a bad shot. Sorry, my poor horse. Yeah, this is going to be trouble. I am running out of arrows more quickly than they are running out of bodies to fill with arrows. Oh, that was a good shot, but I got hit by another rock. I don't think anybody's ever going to believe this story back in the caravan, Aserai. Probably shouldn't be wasting my arrows like this. Oh good, another one with a... Whew, that was close. Polearm is out of the fight. But this is getting really hairy. 6 arrows left. Trying to pick on the ones that are the most injured. But I think I am in a world of hurt here. The illustrious career of Uthal the First may oh, thank goodness, I broke their morale. Holy crud. That's what you get. Filthy, stinking bandits. Well, for a moment there, I actually looked like I knew what I was doing on a horse. Gotcha. My men will be avenged. I cannot believe that I broke their morale there. That was way closer of a fight than I wanted to have. Got distracted for a moment there. Where did the rest of them go? Hello, I have a couple of arrows and a pointy sword. I want my satisfaction. Apparently I did not go to good enough scouting school. So, I think we will call that a day. I lost one of my soldiers, one of the recruits, both of the Vlandians. It was not a good day to be in my employ. But we won. We are alive. The illustrious merchant. I'm gonna take them as prisoner, those mean people. And hey, we got cheese. Look at us go. This is the bad part. So you don't have to deliver all of the horses. So if we give them most of the horses and some of our money, hey, our barter bonus coming into effect. They will sod off and leave us alone for 3 saddle horses, which are somebody else's anyway. We won't tell. We got accosted by bandits on the road. It's not our fault. These lords in the region don't know how to keep the roads clear. And we're just going to pick up some recruits here because we are moving way too slowly. We're just ripe picking. But as soon as we dump off a bunch of this grain, we'll be better, and we have leveled. I'm going to throw one more point into Vigor, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. We have improved in our bow skill sufficiently that we can either have Dead Aim, which gives us a 30% headshot damage bonus with bows, and plus 20 to archery skill, or Control, which gives us a less penalty while moving, and we gain 5% damage with bows. Kind of like both of these. I'm just going to go for the Dead Aim. I haven't used this one before, and plus 20 archery skill will be nice because I do like running a large archer force. So good for us. I really don't want to deal with those looters. Fortunately, the forest people drove them off. And we have your seed grain. And all we gained from it was charm. That was expensive. Learned a lesson. He really better like us for that. And we're going to dip into Charis here, see if maybe we can sell some of that extra grain for some money. I am hoping so. So ransom off the prisoners. And the price of grain has horribly tanked. But we can sell off our loot. We sold off the cheese. And you know what? We're going to be okay. So I will buy back the Sumpter horses. We'll buy some more mules. And from looking at the other horse prices, I think we can make some money. Nope, don't have enough money for all this. But we bought the grain for 8 or 9. So we can solve a little bit. It was a gamble doing this. But we're picking up horses for a really good price. We've been able to sell off some of the grain. And so now we're going to work our way over to Galend. I'm going to save just in case I screw things up if I get distracted. And I've just got way too many horses, so... No, you don't want a piece of me? Come on. You know, these Vlandians aren't much for keeping the roadways clear, but I don't mind doing it, as long as we're not sufficiently outnumbered. We'll pick up a couple more Vlandians. And there we go. We're actually moving at a decent clip. More tools. 16 olives for 2 tools. Yeah, probably break even, but that's a-okay. We'll see what's going on in Jaculan. No, that's way too many raiders. Do not want to do that one again. And our gamble has paid off. Horses are trading at a really good price here. So are the mules. We are going to make almost 1,400 coins out of this deal. And olives are a really good price, so we'll pick up some of them. And I'm going to call that a great deal. We have coin in our pocket. We're learning more of the land. Oh, tools. Almost forgot the tools. And tools are even a great price. So we will hit up Aromac on the way back. I want us to work our way to Galend, and let's get the horses dropped off. You need tools too. Hello. Oh, that's... Can't do 2 tools orders, which is a little bit frustrating. Wants us to train troops. Don't want to do that. Don't really want to deal with brigands. We've been dealing with enough of them on the road. No thank you. And we need to talk to Gerda Fish Sauce. Eight head, 400, some more charisma, life is good. And horses and mules and everything sell for a great price here, so we are going to sell a couple. It means I am going to have to ditch the grain, because we are way overweight now, but at least we're breaking even, and we've made a lot of money off of selling the horses. So on the whole, I view that as a great net gain. And Alerstan needed tools. They're right next to Jaculan, which we actually have the tools to do this. So we'll drop off the tools here, come back here, and then we will head our way back into our homelands, because I think we can get a good price on those olives. We're making the villages like us a little bit better. Getting some olives out of the bargain, which is a-okay. We are slightly overburdened, so I'll see if maybe we can make some money here. We can net a little bit of money off the grain, which is perfect. A little bit of extra coin. We'll take care of their tools problems here. This is a new request. I like it. Oh, he changed quests on me. That wasn't nice, but those tools were still cheap enough. So we'll go to Sargo and then work our way back over, see if we can maybe sell these olives, sell some of the grain, pick up any more cheap horses, kind of do a nice little loop this way back home. And we'll go from there. The quests are starting to feel a little bit more fleshed out, which is nice. Some more of these little kind of here's what's going on locally type things. We can make a tiny profit on the grain, which is good enough because we are making a killing on these horses. And the olive should fetch a really good price. I don't really care that much that we're slightly overburdened, just because we are making a lot of money. We've already made 3,000 coin out of this. We've survived a couple of fights. We're learning how to swing a sword, shoot a bow, ride a horse. And look, those looters feared us, for we are mighty. Sell off a little bit more grain, and I am going to buy all of these sumpter animals, and I think we can make some money on these trotters, so I'm going to pick up 5 of those. We've got plenty of cargo capacity again, and it looks like beer should sell for a pretty good price. We are now out of money, but we all know it takes money to make money, and we have fought much worse odds than this and lived, so this fight should be a lot less hairy than the last one, even if it is Empire folks we can hopefully there's our good friends. There we go. Look at me distracting them. One looter down. Look at that. We're evening the odds, and I've sucked up a lot of their rocks. Little do they know that was part of my horribly fantastic, cunning plan to win, was by letting them shoot me full of rocks. Oh, that was not part of the game plan. And that actually worked pretty well. I don't horribly care if we lose many of these troops, which is why I'm not doing too many tactical things. It's kind of one of those good enough. All that I care is that we win the fights at this point, which I guess probably makes me pretty cold and calculating. But, you know, such is the life. Cold hard coin. I don't want my men to die. But it's far more important that we clear the trade roads. And only one of them, they were Imperials anyway. And we do have a Vlandian, so I'm going to turn them into a crossbowman, get us some early archers. Really across the board on this. And because we do have spare horses, I could get cavalry. I am just going to leave them like that for now, because until we get enough cavalry, it's just a great way for them to die horribly. And I see no point or purpose to that. Our one-handed skill is improved, so we can gain deflect, which give us 20% better handling, and their combat effectiveness with one-handed weapons as if they are one tier higher. Very powerful. And shield bashes do more damage and stun your enemies. I like this skill for tournaments. And infantry troops take 4% less melee damage while in a shield wall. We aren't exactly known for our shield walls, so I'm going to take deflect. Makes us swing our weapons faster, and it makes our troops more effective in combat. I might have to put a point into one-handed. Don't really want to do that. I will put a point into bow. Point into riding. We've got quite a few to spare. And all of our other skills, we've got plenty of headroom. Prisoners in our herd slowing us down. That's okay. I was hoping to chase down those looters. I think I'm becoming a little bit bloodthirsty. But on to Ortisia. Let's see if we can make some money. Oh, there is a whole gaggle of looters that we just saw there. Fortunately, we were able to leave them behind us. The Imperial lands do seem a bit more orderly than the Vlandians. Might have to see about taking over those lands and bring the rule of law to them. Ooh, there's a tournament of Ortisia. Might have to participate in that, and that might be where I wrap it up for this recording. We've been going for a little while. Going to ransom them. And it looks like our gamble on the trotters and the other animals has not paid off here. I am going to round them up to 10 each, because I like round numbers. But our bet on the olives and the beer and the tools, well, that wasn't a bet, that was just a mission that changed, has paid off, because we are getting good money for all of this. And we will pick up more grain, because it's dirt cheap here. We haven't been home in a while, so we don't know quite what will sell very well there. All of our tooltips on prices are telling me to head back the other way, but I don't want to do that. This is a good price on salt, so we will pick up some units of those. Clay was a ripoff. We've been there, done that. And I will get some silver ore. That's a good price. And the rest of these are just looking a little bit risky. And so we're going to get almost 600 coin out of this. We've got a lot in horses. Hopefully find a good place to sell those. We've got some good other goods to trade. I am well pleased with that deal. And we're steadily gaining some trade experience. We will join the tournament. Don't know if we'll be as successful as we were last time. We can sure as heck hope so. No nobilities. This is a fight of the commoners. And we can get a helmet here. Also another good piece of armor. I will probably sell it. Oh no, why does everybody want after me? No, go away. Smack you in the head. No. Go away. Oh, one shot. You win some, you lose some. Okay, let us head back home. Still getting herd penalties. I think they've tweaked that a little bit. It's also been a long time since I've had a fresh start. They need draught animals. We'll talk to you, because I have plenty of draft animals. I think I just called it draught. 4 mules, 52 meat. Yes, we will make money doing that. They like us more, and we have a crap ton of meat. Let's see how it sells for back home. I think they probably turned our poor mules into meat. Possibly could have made more money just selling them, but again, we like the common folk. We are trying to help them out. That's why I'm doing a lot more of these little town quests, plus it shows them off. And let us see. Meat is selling actually pretty well here. Sell off some of that. Olives are not doing well here. Grain, we could make a little bit of money. I'm going to buy back mules because that's a great price. Sumpter horses are a great price. And we will make money selling off this salt. Make a little bit of money off the silver ore. We're going to get 1,000 coins out of this. And I think I might see if I can get just a little bit better armor. We've fought in some battles. Sometimes I like that kind of sash, but not today. That just looks really heavy and hot. There we go. That looks a little bit more respectable. I know it's not. It's actually almost double the armor at a lighter weight. Victory. I know we could get into heavier armor, but I'm trying to save the money. And again, we are a merchant, not a warrior at this point. I'm happy with that. Once again, we have some coin. And we're going to pick up some proper folk from our own lands. Get some more of our own local recruits. I keep saying I'm going to stop. It's like playing Civilization. Give me another turn. Still a pretty large herd penalty, but at least things are picking up. A little bit larger party than I was intending, but we appear to be horse traders as much as anything else. And you know what? We're picking up more locals. I'm okay with that. I don't really want to find your daughter. And we do at least have a couple of archers, so if we run into a group of looters or something like that, we are relatively well positioned. Unquid, our lord. Okay, and we are graced yet again. Wow, that is cheap grain. Cheap fish, too. Pick up some fish. Top off our grain. The date fruit. Good price. Hello, bread basket. Good price on beer. We already are still carrying some silver ore, and that can sometimes be a bit of a pain to get rid of. little bit of jewelry, but I'm pushing our budget. But we are getting a great price on horses here. Our trotters, this may not have been the best investment, but our continued investment in fine quality draft animals looks like it is paying some dividends. And we'll go up to Aserai. Might be able to make some money selling there. I would like to close with one more fight with bandits. If we can do that, that would be great. No, watching trading isn't necessarily the most exciting note, but we are true to character. This is who Uthal is at this point. Not afraid to get a little bit bloody in a dust-up, but not frothing at the mouth bloodthirsty. Oh goodness. Horses are dirt cheap here. We can make money selling that silver ore, make money selling fish. No money selling meat or jewelry. This town has not been visited by a trade caravan in forever. And we can make some money buying here and selling basically anywhere else. We will push ourselves to the verge of emptiness. Actually, no, we want horses. I will buy grain because it's dirt cheap, but oh my lovely animals. This is more than we can take, but this is good because mules command a little bit higher price. Can only sell so many so often, as you might have seen. And we're going to work our way to Aserai here and hope that we can make some money selling off these mules before I run out of money to pay our party. Got 4 days' wages. You can see, look at this. We have not seen a looter all, 3 days now. Not one looter to be found. Very orderly lands the Aserai have. Not like those filthy Vlandians. We are traveling very slowly because of our herd size. Okay, this is weird. We should have seen some bandits somewhere. Poachers, rival gang, don't want to deal with those. Oh, good. Jewelry we can sell for a decent price. Date fruit we can make money on. Make money selling olives. I'm going to keep the trotters, but we can... I generally like mules better than sumpter horses, so we'll sell off some of the sumpters, make some money there. And... just seeing if there's anything else we could make some money off of. Maybe a little bit on the leather, but that's kind of risky. 1,500 coins. We can be happy with that. And I will end with the tournament. It's daytime. Join the tournament. We're at full health. We've got a little bit better armor. Ooh, we could get a long one-handed spear. Not the best weapons, but it is a weapon nonetheless. Look at that pro blocking with the shield. Oh man, their team is having a bad day. Well, that was extremely one-sided. Okay, if I can, I'd like to get yellow down first. What my strategy is in these one-on-ones is to try to run a big circle with my shield up and then... well, they made that look quick. What I really want to do is make this so this is no longer 2-on-1 against me and make it 2-on-1 against them. I wish I could say that that one attack was skill, but it wasn't. Hey, we came out on top of that round. Go us! Oh, this might be a little bit rough. They've got a Master Archer and a Mameluke, and I am way slower than my companion. Go her. Okay, never mind. We might win this. Spear would be handy because I'm fighting a lot on horseback right now. See if I'm... Okay, she is better with the sword than I gave her credit for. But I am far superior. Perk to being tall is most characters are not as tall as you. More renowned, we just gained a nice spear. We have won 2 out of 3 tournaments. And that is where I will leave this for tonight. Thank you for watching.